The results of giving are a product of not a single giving. Sometimes giving will require giving. Cast your bread upon the waters. The waters here symbolize giving, and because they are waters, it talks about different places, different people, different kinds of giving. And when you put all this together, you put giving together in different places, different people, different kinds of giving together. In verse 2, he talks about you give 7 or 8. He's explaining it further. In verse number 3, he says that all that comes together. That sometimes giving meets giving before there are results. Then the rain will come back to the earth where evaporation took place from. In other words, it will now come back to you. Look at verse 4. He goes in verse 4 and explains further those 3 stages. How does he explain them? He explains them again using a different terminology. And this is the terminology in verse 4. What did I write? In verse 4, he used a different word to explain this. And he talks about sowing and reaping. Did you see those 2 words? Sowing and reaping. So basically, Solomon is just talking about giving. And he's talking about different kinds of giving. Let's read again from verse 1. He says, cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. You know what it means? Give and it will be given back to you. Give, a serving to 7 and also to 8, for you do not know what evil will be on the earth. Look at verse number 3. If the clouds are full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if a tree falls to the south, okay, let's go to verse 4. Whoever observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. So he talks about sowing and reaping. So the entire thing that Solomon is talking about here is giving. And now he is introducing us to a dimension of giving that is also not comfortable, that states that you give and give for there to be results. You give and give again for there to be results. You give always.